on here, another video. In this video, I'm going to be doing a 2-year review, almost 2.5 years actually, on my rod. I've been waiting to do this review video for a while. I haven't come around to doing it, but I decided today that I will. And this review is all about this guy right here, my G.Loomis NRX 822S DSR, the Dropshot Rod. So this rod is by far my favorite rod that I own. I have my Stella 2500 FK on it. This is my bread and butter. This is my Dropshot Rod. That's all I do with this. And I've had this since December 2022. I actually bought this rod from Peterborough Pro Tackle, which is now known as Tackle Bros, and I actually got a really good deal on this. So I got I believe it's 30% off of this rod, so I saved a pretty good chunk of money on this. And this was the replacement for my original G.Loomis 822S Dropshot Rod, and pretty much I sold it for as much as I paid for it. So I paid $680 and I sold it for $650 back in 2022, which is pretty crazy because those original G.Loomis rods, they do not go down in cost and resale value. Even these two, if it's in really good condition, you could get a pretty good chunk of money from what you buy it. I mean, now they're ridiculously priced. If you consider the store markups and the whole tariff nonsense, you're looking at about almost $1,000, you know, $990. But this one I paid around, I believe it was like $770 for it, or $750, one or the other. I can't find my receipt. Luckily, I registered it with G.Loomis with a copy of my receipt, so I'm good. But yeah, don't want to talk about how I bought it too much. You know, I did get a deal, and I don't recommend paying full price for these. But it goes down to the specs right here. So it is a 6'10", extra fast mag medium, 1/8 to 3/16 ounce lures, and 6 to 12 pound line. And so the 822 on the name, I know I said it in other videos, but the first two, which is 82, that's the length, 82 inches, and the last number in that model number is the power, so it's a 2 power. And then I have my my Fuji Easy Keeper here. It does come with a hook keeper, but I just don't want to damage my blank. And I have my drop shot weight with the rod butler on it, so that way it's not swinging or getting tangled anywhere. So that way when I go to use it, everything is ready. All I got to do is rig up my bait. Now I'll primarily use worms with this, but I will do the odd nose hooking, or I have done it. I have another rod for that now, which is slightly lighter in power, mind you. And this is a fantastic robo worm rod and nose hooking drop shot rod. You get the perfect blend of softness and then backbone where it's supposed to be. So being a mag medium, you have the bottom half, which is heavier than a medium, and then you have the top half, which is actually a medium light. But it's got a nice bend to it. It's an extra fast. And it will actually have a slight parabolic bend once you pass the 5th or 6th guide. But then, you know, I would say about at the 60% mark, you got the backbone. It does have the Spiral X, which is carbon fiber wrapping on the blank, multi-taper design like every other G.Loomis NRX has. Smooth taper, smooth actions. Then you have the stainless steel, Fuji stainless steel SICs, the first 3 stripper guides, and then you have the recoil guides right here, which is kind of like a nickel black nickel coating, and then you have the tip guide, which is also a stainless Fuji SIC. I'll show it to you over here, right here. And from when I weighed this rod last time, it weighed 3.2 ounces, which is crazy light paired with a Stella. It's balanced right where your index finger hits over here. So it's all nice. A 7.4 ounce reel doesn't really affect the balance of this rod. I do have it cork sealed. See, it's a little dirty, but not too bad. Right, I always wipe my rods down, and I apply the cork sealer every year or two. I do short fish with this, so 6'10" is nice. A lot of people use like the 852 or 872 for drop shotting, usually handling heavier weights, deeper water. I fish in between, I would say 5 to 13 feet. I primarily, for the most part, use 8th ounce, 3/32, and 16th ounce weights, but mostly juggling between 1/8 and 3/32. But this year I've started using 3/16 ounce, and this rod handles it beautifully. It casts really nice. You don't really, you don't feel like you're underpowered. I believe that you could go comfortably to a 1/4 ounce, maybe even 5/16 ounce comfortably. Anything heavier than that, I would recommend going with like an 852. But right now I have a 6-pound Sunline. I'm trying the Sunline on it, but I will use like 6-pound Sunline fluorocarbon leader, 6-pound Seaguar Red Label, 5-pound Sunline FC, even 7-pound depending where I'm fishing. And I have a 6-pound Suffix 131 braid, which helps out with casting. And the little knot from the where the line is attached to the braid and fluorocarbon doesn't affect it. You got nice sized guides. It just slides right through. Don't have to worry about anything. And then I use a lot of RoboWorm rebarb hooks, as you can see. So it's a fine wire, handles it great, no issues with that. And even nose hooked Owner Mosquito lights, size 1/0, fantastic. Really works well with fine wire hooks. Anything with like a medium gauge wire, I would recommend something heavier. But other than that, this whole setup is dialed in for how I fish. I mean, I can cast this quite far with the 8th ounce and a 3/16 ounce weight. It's short enough from shore that I don't have to worry about trees and stuff. It's mobile. A lot of people will use a rod like this, especially off a boat, for like target areas, not really casting, which is understandable, but you can do it. Don't hold yourself back, because you can. Just if you're fishing deep water, 20 feet, 30 feet, you may want to step up in rods to the 852 or 872. Sensitivity wise, I mean, it's extremely sensitive. You can feel a fish fart on this thing. It's crazy. You can feel every little thing, especially with a tungsten weight, which I highly recommend using with this rod. You feel every, rock, weed. You could feel the weeds literally breaking if you snap it off of the weeds. And fighting the fish, like I said before, it's got a really nice parabolic bend when you're fighting the fish, but then about 60% down on the rod, the backbone's like, okay, no, right, this ends here, type of thing. So it handles nice sized fish pretty well. I mean, I've caught 18-inch bass, 17-inch bass, nose hooked, no issues even from far away. Handles everything nicely. As long as you have a really high quality reel to match with the rod with a very smooth drag, like the Stella with the cross carbon drag, you're not gonna have any issues. I mean, pretty sure too, like when you have a combo like this, you know what you're doing, so you do have that experience. So something light like this, especially with a guy with a busted up shoulder, I say it in every review video, balanced and light, it really helps out. And with the Stella, people think that it's a heavy reel. It's 100% metal. There's no composite parts in it. And it's extremely smooth, drag-wise, line lay, and just overall blast to use, but it's not about the reel today. Cosmetics, this is a beautiful rod. Straight up with the carbon fiber reel seat. It's, you know, once again, cosmetic, 9.8. Beautiful rod, and they still got the original G.Loomis blue on the guide wrapping, right? And then they have black going all the way to the tip. So they kept within the theme, which is nice, right? They got you know, kind of subtle, right, labeling, which is nice, right? Nothing about this rod is in your face, which I like. So I mean, like, price wise, I mean, it's gotten crazy here in Canada. You know, they've gone up like 2-3 times over the last I would say 8-9 months. So something like this would run you $989 plus tax. Don't buy it full price. Try and see if you could get a better deal, whichever store you go to, or try and get it on special. If there's any 30% off deals going on, do that. But price, I mean, you know, out of 10, I would say the price is about a 7, right? The fit and finish on this rod is a little better than a couple other NRX rods that I have. That the wrapping is actually pretty smooth, right? So the fit and finish on this, I would give it an 8.5. Performance, 9.7. That's, you know, there's no rod that's a perfect 10, so that's like, you know, as close to perfect in terms of performance. I'd love to use a Conquest. I'd love to try a Poison Ultima, but unfortunately, you know, a Poison Ultima is actually a little bit too far out of my price range at the moment, being a $1,400 rod, right? So I mean, it's at this point, it's like, you know, going from an NRX Plus to an Ultima, is it really that much better? I don't think so. So yeah, if drop shotting is your thing, and it's within your price range, I suggest trying out any model of drop shot rod in the G.Loomis lineup. You'll be pleasantly surprised, that's for sure. And don't forget, one more thing, these rods do come with a lifetime warranty. As long as you keep your receipts, you register your rod within the first 30 days. Otherwise, G.Loomis does have an expediter warranty. I've never had to use it. I've never had to make a claim, and I hope I never will. I take care of my gear, so hopefully I'll never have to make a claim. I don't want to. That's the end of my rod review. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next video.